Hello everyone. So in this particular lecture, we are going to learn about the two topics, and these are sex ratio at birth and major morbidity and mortality burden in the developing world with major focus in India. So moving forward, if we talk about the sex ratio, it is the ratio of males to female. In some times, it is again the ratio of females to males, and some other ways. We calculate the sex ratio as calculating the proportion of male and female population to the total population. But in Indian context, it is calculated as the number of females born to per thousand male population. Okay. And if we talk about the classification of sex ratio, there are three types: primary sex ratio, secondary sex ratio, and tertiary sex ratio. Primary sex ratio is the ratio of male and female during conception. Means what is the sex of fetus? So it has a relation with the what we say, the sex relation of the fetus, that is whether it is male or female fetus. Okay. Then it is generally said, it is a natural law, we can say, that from 107 to 170 male fetus are conceived than the 100 female fetus. Okay. So there is again the outnumbering of male fetus than the female fetus. It is just a natural thing. Okay. But several ways can alter this primary sex ratio, like stillbirths, okay, then miscarriage, due to any medical emergency miscarriage happens, or induced abortion. Okay, these can help, or these factors can impact the primary sex ratio before the birth. Then secondary sex ratio is the sex ratio or ratio of male and female during birth time. So this has relation with the sex ratio at birth. Okay. And if primary sex ratio is what we say, preferring the male fetus, then obviously the secondary sex ratio will be again favoring the male child. So due to the natural law, or due to the natural what we say, balance law, it is said that, and it is a fact, that males are outnumbering the females during birth time. And it is said that generally 105 males are born than the 100 females. Okay, again it is as per the natural law. Then tertiary sex ratio is the ratio of male and female during enumeration. Okay, if survey is being conducted, then at that particular time, what is the ratio of male female in the population? So this tertiary sex ratio is again the after effects of all these two. Okay, preceding sex ratio, that is primary and secondary. But there are several other effects are there which can alter the tertiary sex ratio, and these are the differences between birth rate, okay, which is the impact of primary sex ratio and secondary sex ratio. Death rate, like if females are surviving more than males. And selective migration, okay, whether females are migrating more in number or they are as left behind, males are migrating more in number. So all these three factors can affect the tertiary sex ratio. So it is just dealing, tertiary sex ratio is dealing with the male and female population which is remaining after all these other socio-cultural impacts or all the other factors. Okay. Then we are moving to our topic, that is sex ratio at birth, which is, we have already discussed that it is a secondary sex ratio, and it has very close relation with the primary sex ratio. So there is no 1:1 correspondence, like there is no proper ratio of male and female birth. Okay, as per the natural law, and it is a biologically determined law, that natural balance or natural law is more favorable to the male. That's why males are outnumbering the female birth. Okay, during the conception to the birth, males are generally outnumbering the females, and there is no other what we say external factor is working behind. It's just a biological and natural phenomena. Okay, it's just a natural law, but it depends on the sex ratio at time of conception, that is primary sex ratio. Okay, if more male fetus are conceived than the females, obviously it will affect the secondary sex ratio. More males will be taking birth than the females. But if sex ratio of fetal losses or deaths, if stillbirths are more common, okay, or if child infant mortality rate is more due to the health emergencies, then it will impact the sex ratio at birth. Then primary sex ratio is again outnumbering the sex ratio of live births or fetal deaths. Why? Because it's a fetal conception, but after that, after taking birth, lots of things can impact. Okay, many health emergencies can take place if proper medical facilities are not available. So in spite of taking a live birth, the fetus can die due to the some health issues, or some anomalies can be taken place. So primary sex ratio is again it is this type of sex ratio, this classification is always more than the sex ratio of the live births or sex ratio at birth. Okay, so these are the some facts about the sex ratio at birth.